So, this is actually some seriously big news in that case. Okay, there are a few things that are kind of being implied here. So, basically, gamers, big news. CMC is now in charge of skills and balance in Guild Wars 2. He's a hardcore gamer. He's Unchained, CMCW. Okay, big changes are going on there, but let's actually going to read between the lines here a little bit. We actually heard a while back from ArenaNet that there was actually some leadership changes in the skills team, basically, and some stuff was being shuffled around there. Good news. Look, let's just be honest here. Let's not beat about the bush. There were some decisions made by the balance team that were a little bit confusing, a little bit kind of off the wall, you could say, actually. And obviously, that is part of leadership, right? Is making those calls and making the stuff. So the good news is that we're actually very likely to see a shift in the development strategy and approach from ArenaNet when it comes to balance here, actually. So that's really good, right? Because obviously there were a few patches that were certainly causing a few issues in the community and kind of overshadowed a lot of the pretty solid things in the game. So that's actually some pretty damn good news. I know a lot of players are frustrated with the balance right now and some of the design of the way the game has been going. So switching that up is pretty good. You love to see that. But let's just go ahead and read on here a little bit. Due to the recency of the leadership change mentioned above, we're making some adjustments to our balance update timeline to give Cal and the team more time to finalize their plans and balance approach. The biggest change is that the October 4th balance update will mostly focus on addressing issues in PvP and World vs. World. Those modes haven't seen many significant updates over the past months, and they could use a bit of love. As a small teaser, you could expect to see reworks to the 300-second cooldown delays. Wow, that's a long time coming. Oh, that's crazy, actually. You love to see that. You'll learn more about that update next week. Stay tuned. The October 4th balance update was originally planned to be our final major balance update of the year. However, we're changing course a bit now that its focus has been shifted to addressing issues in competitive play. We've added an additional balance update to our schedule for November 29th. Ooh, fun. That's pretty late too. Well, actually, that's pretty soon. It's like a month, kind of like a month afterwards. Yeah, ish, kind of. Well, I guess like 2 months, kind of. It's like the start of one month to the end of the other. And with this update, we're aiming to get back to having our major balance updates include changes for all game modes rather than a focus. Wow. Okay. Cal and the team will share the updated balance philosophy with you prior to that release's balance preview. That's it for today. Your professions are in great hands with Cal at the helm. Thanks for reading, and we'll see you next week. Josh Grouch Davis, Game Director. Goodness me. Fridays really are the new Tuesday. What the hell is going on? That's crazy. I love to see that. Oh, and we're learning more about this next week as well. That is very, very cool. So this means that we're probably going to get the notes, actually, next week. That's super cool, actually, because that's actually enough time to maybe give some feedback or at least talk about the numbers. They probably can't change it that much on, what would that be, like 2 weeks notice approximately. So it's probably not exactly, you're not going to be able to, like, do major reworks, but you can maybe play with the numbers a little bit if that's necessary on some of the changes for sure. If there's, like, anything that's, like, obviously not super good or not going to be well tuned there. But wow, I love this. We're getting some great communication here. I love to see CMC on the throne here because I do think that this statement is very, very true. His deep understanding of the combat system. CMC knows what he's talking about. He really does, especially when it comes to PvP and World versus World. But obviously, he'll be more than capable of adapting and learning about things and learning about the issues in PvE as well. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who will be able to give him that insight, right, in the community and so on. It's actually a really, really cool piece of communication here from Grouch. Additionally, I actually think it really does help the fact that CMC is very well loved, right? I think he's a very popular figure in the community, and I think that will actually really help. He'll be able to make somewhat controversial changes, but because people like him, that will actually help. So if things need to be aggressively shifted, I think that will actually be doable. I think there was quite a lot of animosity towards the balance team, like the previous balance team, to say the least. So hopefully that actually really kind of alleviates the issue there. Yeah. You love to see that. And I'm very glad that they're specifically addressing these traits. And we get another patch as well. That is actually super, super cool. So we're getting an all-game mode patch on November 29th, a PvP and World versus World patch coming up on October. Yeah, that's great. I'm actually really excited, actually, about this PvP and World versus World patch, particularly the World versus World side. I think there's some really cool potential to shake up the meta a little bit. That's been very stagnant for a while. And PvP needs it. PvP just needs things to get changed. right? It needs things to get kind of thrown up into the air, keep things fresh, get some love on that game mode, get people excited about it again, in particular, right? Yeah, that's really, really good news. I'm definitely looking forward to reading through all these notes that are going to be coming next week. Actually, I wonder what day they're dropping that on. They don't actually say. Wait, it's going to be Friday, isn't it? Because haven't they dropped the notes like super late to every Friday? Oh, you killing me, Grouch. You're going to make me stay up super late? Are you insane? Oh, man. So I've got to stay up until like when the office closes and they post the goddamn notes at the exact last minute on Friday. But there it is, I guess, huh? Well, we're going for a long stream on Friday, lads. Oh, yeah. Buckle up. To make it clear, that isn't actually confirmed. It might be on Tuesday, potentially. It could be on Wednesday. It could be Thursday. They've actually done, like, a lot of updates. I only say Friday because, again, they've like, over the last few patches, they posted the full notes the Friday, like, really late on Friday. But it could very well be earlier in the week as well. There's a lot of, a lot of different potentials where they could drop that, but very cool to get that update. Very excited to see what they're doing there, actually. And of course, I love the fact that we're actually getting another patch, because again, it was planned to be the final patch of the year, but we're actually going to get another free one as well on November 29th there as well. More PvE stuff and indeed tuning on PvP and World vs. World. I mean, look, that's very, very frequent. Bear in mind that this really looks like they're taking this seriously. I think one of the biggest criticisms that ArenaNet have had is that they don't take balance super seriously. They kind of leave things kind of stagnant for a very long time. This is actually fantastic, right? No joke. Like, they are absolutely going crazy here. This is a very frequent update, and again, we'll probably see one relatively early in the new year by the looks of this schedule, actually. So it really looks like they are very committed to actually fixing this and making sure that it works out really, really well. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting times indeed, actually. A great update. Next week is going to be exciting. Very exciting indeed. You'd love to see it. Very nice. There you go. Definitely watch my stream next Friday, or at some point when the notes come out. We'll see. But that's it. News done.